What's going on YouTube? It's Brazen back here with another video for you guys. If you guys are enjoying the content, if you guys want to hit a like down below, subscribe if you guys are new here, and leave a comment letting me know you subscribe so I can welcome you to the family. And that being said, cue intro. What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Madden 22 Ultimate Team video for you guys. Here today we're going to be going over the top 5 wide receivers slash tight ends, because there's one tight end that they have on the list, and then also answering a couple questions. As you guys can see in this first screenshot right here, we will be talking about the level master. So they haven't introduced a level master yet, and that's because there isn't going to be a quote unquote level master. So it's being replaced by season champion, and there will be a new one each season. So basically, the way they've explained it so far is it seems like it's going to be a little bit more of like a battle pass type of thing. So if you've played other games with battle passes, basically they will reset every single season. So where this gets kind of interesting is we've already had kind of like series masters before, and now they're saying season champions. So I don't know if those will be like two separate things, if they're trying to condense it into one or what the case is. But overall, I do think this is a better way to do it, because when the game comes out, people just grind to level 50 in like a day and it's over. Whereas if they kind of are gated by, a little bit of the seasons, things like that, it might help out. And then when will players receive their rookie premiere content for MUT? So they're targeting it for the EA Play access period, which starts on the 12th, which is, I believe, 8 days from when this video is going live. So basically, they're hoping for that. At the bare minimum, I'm sure it'll be in early access, in terms of the 3-day early, which I believe is what, the 18th or something like that. So the other question they do have is that they do the pre-ordered curated legends, which is like the Moss, Sanders, Walker, Harrison, get power-ups, and it says note that these items stand alone and do not have power-ups. However, they do have ability. So I actually think this is a plus. I'm really happy about that. So basically, someone's not going to get a free Randy Moss that can power up very quickly, or they just, early on, whereas these cards are just going to stand alone. So you can use them for a couple days, but sooner or later, they will just no longer be useful on your team. I know some people may not be happy about that because they did pre-order these, but in my personal opinion, I don't personally like people being able to, just technically purchase cards off the front. So I'm kind of glad about that. So moving on to the lowest overall of the 5 is going to be Julio Jones. He is the 5th on the list. So obviously he is on the Titans this year. So Falcons or Titans will have him as themes. But he has 84 speed, 87 jumping, 84 catching, 84 catching traffic, 84 spec, 84 short, 83 medium, 80 deep. Pretty decent card. Speed lacks on a lot of these early game wide receivers, especially these core elites. I'm okay with speed not being as prevalent as long as it's balanced with the cornerbacks, and then on top of it, height is a factor, right? So if a corner is 5'9" and Julio Jones is 6'3", then I think Julio should catch a lot more of the jump balls that go his way, which they've talked about it being a thing this year. So hopefully that does work out, with how good it happens. They've also talked about there's no slow breaking routes anymore, so when people are running routes, there's not going to be like a slow step anymore. It's going to be quick every time, I believe, which is also should be good. Hopefully they've also fixed corners with their backs just turning, and making crazy plays. If they change that as well, I think we're in a decent spot. So number 4 will be DeAndre Hopkins, which is 84 speed, 89 jumping, 85 catching, 86 catching traffic, 86 spec, 84 short, 83 medium, and then 83 deep. So once again, an 84 speed card, not really fast, not the fastest in the game or anything like that, but he does have 85 catching, 86 catching traffic, and 89 jumping. Once again, D-Hop, you're hoping he's actually more useful. The problem is these cards, these players are really never useful, at least past like a couple of days, because their speed falls off and the other statistics really don't tend to matter too much. But if they do, then it will, change the game for sure. So next up is going to be Tyreek Hill. Tyreek is 89 speed, so he's not the fastest in the game. I believe there is someone with 91 speed. I forget who it is off the top of my head. So he's not the fastest, which is kind of crazy, but at the same time, I'm kind of okay with 89 speed at the start. Hopefully we don't get towards that 99 till very late in the year, and it will help if there's not like as many physical chems as well. So jumping 84, catching is 80, catching traffic 79, 81 spec, 84 short, 82 medium, and then 89 deep. So I actually like that they put his catching stats fairly low early on, because once again, it is a video game. It's hard to compare real life to video games. I understand that some of it should be equal, but at the same time, you know, Tyreek, he's a burner, 89 speed. Is his catching a 79? No. He has way better catching than that, or at 80. But the thing is, if you were to give him 85 catching, he would be pretty overpowered. No one else would buy any of the other cards because his catching would be just as good as Julio's, except 5 speed faster. Whereas in this, now he's 5 speed faster, but he has 4 less catching. He is a deep threat, obviously, Tyreek early on. That's pretty much what people use him for, more or less. It's just to be a burner down the field. So pretty much, you know, get Tyreek if you are a Chiefs fan. Besides that, he's really not too useful, to be honest with you, on most teams, unless you're going to use him as like a kick returner, punt returner, just because, you know, he doesn't end up being that good catching, and there ends up being people that are just as good speed later on. So second on the list is basically the tight end that they put on this list, which is Travis Kelce. 81 speed, 72 strength, 87 catching, 84 catching traffic, 86 spec, 88 short, 85 medium, and then 70 run blocking. Obviously, Travis Kelce is a pass catching tight end. He's not as good of a run blocker as someone like George Kittle. But 81 speed, once again, not great. But he's got 87 catch, 84 catch in traffic. The thing I like about Travis Kelce is obviously, once again, if they actually do it correctly with the height and route running actually being useful, you got a big body tight end with 87 catchy early on in the game. He could be a beast. It just depends on how they do it. I hope they bring linebackers to being more viable as well to stop the run, because then they'll have to force linebackers onto Travis Kelce, which will give him a huge advantage. You know, and I think, you know, once again, if that is the case, we'll be fine. If it's just about speed, he's pretty useless. And then number 1 will be Davante Adams. He is the number 1 player on this list. Once again, not going to be great stats, but he does have 84 speed, you know, which they pretty much all have 84 speed besides Tyreek and obviously Travis Kelce. 86 jumping is lower than Hopkins, but he's got 88 catching, 86 catching traffic, 86 spec with 88 short and 88 deep, and then only 88 medium and short, only 82 deep. But pretty much 88 catching, 86 catching traffic, and the route running at 88s for the short and medium are very, very good. Once again, it really comes down to his speed. Davante Adams is a nasty receiver in real life. If that can translate into the game, then we'll be in a good spot, which, you know, the way they talk about it, we're hoping that will be the case this year. So hopefully that does end up happening. So let me know what you guys think. Go ahead and drop a like, subscribe, and turn on that post notification bell. As always, I will see you guys next time.